Well, hello guys, welcome back. I think I'm getting more out of these dreams now that I sit with them a little while instead of just coming on right away. I might lose some of the details, but I think I'm getting more. Um, I had a dream where I was drawing a bath in my bathroom, and it was my bathroom, but my tub was like 3 or 4 times larger and in an L shape, and the room around it became very posh. And I had a intended with me, which may have been Loki, damn it. And I was drawing the bath for them. Okay, and I'm like, all right, and I'm making this as nice as possible, and they go away, and they're gone, and they're gone, and they're gone, and I'm waiting, and all of a sudden, this, and I'm not trying to be cruel or crude, fat schlub of a guy comes in. You know, if you were alive in the 80s, that Hollywood agent type with the sunglasses and the fat and the gold chains and the cigar, but he didn't have a cigar. He comes in, he plops down in the water. I'm like, hey, hey. He's looking at me. I said, this isn't for you. This is for, so and so. And he's like, he's not gonna move. His fat ass gonna sit there. And I'm like, you're ruining the water. Get out. No, go. And he ain't gonna move. He's just gonna sit there like a son of a bitch. And I'm like, okay. And the room has grown even bigger around me, and all of a sudden there's these tables and this opulent red and gold wallpaper. Everything's lush, and all of a sudden all these other people are coming in too. And I'm like, well, at this point I know I've been abandoned. And that son of a bitch is still sitting there. And these people are coming in, and I don't know why I know, but I know they're the kind of people he won't like. It's all men. I'm like, hey, to these guys, and they're like, I said, he wants you to come take a bath with him. And they're like, oh, okay. So they're going. And one of them is going to get undressed. And I think this is Loki again. And I'm like, in the dream world, I really don't care. It's not this romantic thing or anything. I'm just mildly watching. And this cactus creature, like a puppet creature, or someone in a cactus costume comes and puts an arm around my shoulders, turning me around, being a gentleman, saving my morality, and taking me out of the room. And he's taking me out of the room. I meet these two wolf people that are like, they look like wolf puppets. I'm having a lot of damn weird ass puppet dreams. And and I realize they're my friends now. I realize that now, but they didn't seem like it at the time. And there's the wolf puppet I have that you've seen on the channel, only she's a wolf. And she has this rat on her back, this black rat. And he's also puppet like too. Like he's got the furs that are going psh, all over the place. And he's talking and he's telling jokes and he's entertaining. And the rat's the one that's going to be my intended. And I'm like, how the hell did I go from what I wanted to rat? And the rat's like, and telling jokes, and he's like bending over backwards, telling jokes, and he's being all funny. And I got up, and I'm telling the gods my dreams because I try to do that. I try to review it with them. And it's like, it's a very interesting dream, my dear. Perhaps it means nothing. Loki's like, yeah, nothing. So of course I get up, and I'm doing all my stuff. I'm doing the dishes, and I'm listening to this stuff. And I looked up Rat. And I'm like, okay, rat symbolism is good. Rat and dream is horrible, but rat symbolism is like totem or messenger, and this felt like a messenger. The rat was very important. I'm like, that's good, okay. And I'm like getting the beans ready, and I'm like cooking off the beans now, and I'm like, huh. And David Attenborough, for some reason, comes out of nowhere and like, no, in this role on YouTube, and I'm like playing the one, and then it went on into another, and it's basically this thing of he mentioned rats. So I'm like, the rat's very important. Now I know very well the rat was not a rat. It was either Loki or Odin or someone else acting the fool. Um back here. And I think it was kind of their commentary on me having this adjustment period with Odin. Um I told him last night, I said, the thing is, by the time I accept the grouchy old bastard that's mean-spirited and shows his love in strange and unusual ways, I said, that's when Grandpa Odin shows up and is like, he literally wants to bake me cookies. And he looked at me, and I could tell his temper, he was holding his temper in check because he loves me, and he goes, look, girlie, why do you people think because you use this name or that name, you get a totally different Odin? There's only one of me, and maybe I act nice if you treat me well. Oh, okay. Lucky's there like, you're scaring her. Um, so he's been sarcastic. We actually have a demotivational Odin advice board. We started it. And a lot of it is stuff he's actually said to me. If it's mean and sarcastic and it sounds demoralizing, he said it. And he actually does it from a place of love. But remember, he's a soldier and I would never call him a general in the sense of a human general. He will inspire troops and he will lead them, but it's more like on a one-on-one thing. Someone said that his battle prowess is when you were fighting on the battlefield at the time, hundreds of years ago, there were no uniforms. So you had to be able to understand who was your friend and your foe, and you were all dressed just about the same, and you were fighting in very close quarters, and you didn't want to, kill all your teammates. It wasn't a video game. They weren't getting back up after. You killed them, you killed them. And so he was kind of the god some people think of that. And so we're just going through this adjustment period, and he's very pleased. And I know he had me, we keep going back to the taxes, but I know he had me do it this way for a reason. He wanted to get me the discipline. You notice I even took the VR down. And I'm just like, it feels like the right thing to do. Not in the new agey, you do all these things. Blessings will pour out of the sky. It's just like Odin wants me to get more and more and more discipline. Um, he can be, generous and he can have largesse, but it's like, we're making beans today. I'm not suffering. I'm gonna have a whole pot full of beans to eat. And I had made bread last night because Loki was fussing at me for bread. So we made the usual biscuit that I make in the heart. But we had the dried blueberries this time because I didn't get fast food. So we had dried blueberries and we threw dried blueberries in there and a little bit of sugar and some butter. Like you chop the butter up and you throw it into your mix and it melts and it makes it a little more butterier. So it was good. And we had that for breakfast. We had some last night. I ate like way too much last night. We had some for breakfast and we're cooking off the beans. And somebody asked me who this guru was I didn't like, and here I'm gonna get mad, but so I never liked her, but some reason that video I saw just hit me at the right time, and I was like, I kind of fell under the Oprah spell. I don't mean to hurt your feelings if she's your favorite person, but I just think she's full of shit. She talks about spirituality and how you don't need things, and she sells this expensive ass magazine with things that are worth hundreds or thousands of dollars in there. And she just seems to say and do and reinvent herself every time she sees her rating slip. She used to be very Dr. Philish, as she pointed out herself. And when that shit wasn't working for her because he owned that, she became very spiritual. And now her spirituality has gone from common sense Christian spirituality where you're held accountable for your actions, everything, to this woo stuff. And now she's seeing this woo stuff isn't working. She's going to reinvent her ass again. She's going to do it. That's what she does. She's a showman and she's very damn good at what she does. I'm not saying she's stupid. She's a highly intelligent woman and she's a showman, show woman, show person, whatever the hell makes you happy. And she's out there to run her business, and her business is herself, and her product is herself. And, more power to her, but don't fall into the trap of thinking I do as Oprah do, and I'm gonna be a billionaire too. That's not how it works. She got some damn lucky breaks, and she knows she did. But she will just say she's blessed. And I'm like, well, then you're saying you're more blessed than a starving child in Africa because Why are you a billionaireess and this poor starving child in Africa is starving? Is it because they don't know the secret? You know, I'm like, I call bullshit on this. Life sometimes ain't fair, yo, and you got to do the best you can. And that's how you get when Odin takes over. You know life isn't fair, and you don't have that warm, fuzzy, comforting bubble of everything will work out and the universe will give me everything. Because Rat can also be a warning of, hey, some tough shit might come up in your life, but you're going to adapt, and you need to have the aggression to adapt. And that's what Odin's been trying to do to me when he was trying to frame me the other day. He wants me to fight. He wants me to get up and fight and everything. He's like, it's new age nonsense. You get all passive and everything else. He says, that is no good for you. Life is hard. You gotta get up and fight, baby. I don't care what these other people are thinking. Some people are in a place, either financially or spiritually or whatever, that they don't have to fight. And that's okay. I'm not judging them. They will never have to fight a day in their life. They are set. They could do nothing the rest of their life. They will be fine. The rest of us, sometimes you gotta hustle and you gotta fight and you gotta figure things out. Such a warm and loving, comforting channel. But when you start going with the flow with Odin, he does get a lot more relaxed because he was right. The cabinet looks fantastic now. There's only one, two items left in that cabinet. I've only got this blanket and this jacket because I use them. Same thing with the gloves. In there we have the 7 who lived. There's only 7 items left. And we have, the backpack, the wallet. And that's because that stuff was indestructible. Some of the stuff was made well, but it wasn't official stuff either. So, we're just going to keep working it down until we probably get down to almost nothing. Because he was like, does that make you feel good when you see that? Or does it make you feel like shit? If it makes you feel like shit and it reminds you of your failed business, out it goes. He is not an incredibly sentimental man at all, our Odin. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye bye.